How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of Scribbles ranked games. You can notice there he's got 116 ping. That's because Scribbles is one of the hottest prospects coming out of North America. He's the best 14-year-old player in NA, and he's been spamming EU2s. So I was pretty interested to see that on ball chasing. Scribbles has just finished off his first season of RLCS at just the age of 14, alongside his teammates Frosty and Reveal, who are both 16 and 17 respectively, so one of the youngest teams in RLCS worldwide. And their best finish that they got this past season was top 4 in the 4th regional of the year. They didn't go too well in any of the other ones, but for a young team, that is still great for them to make one top 4 and to, at least for a short while, be in the running for a major. And definitely show a ton of potential. Scribbles and his teammates, very exciting team to watch. Yeah, in this match he's teaming up with Extra, or he's been teamed up with Extra against Zen and Matt. Shout out to Matt. He's actually the player who uploaded this replay to ballchasing.com so that we, the rest of the world, could see the outcome. And I know some people are going to ask, oh, nice shot, by the way. Scribbles top bins over Zen for 2-0. A couple people are probably going to ask, do we have a bug with the camera here? Because we're extremely zoomed in. The answer to that is no. These are actually Scribbles' camera settings. He plays with 250 distance, which is very close. If we click around everyone else on the pitch, well, you won't see Extra because he's just been demoed, but you'll see that everybody else's camera settings are working just fine. But hey, Scribbles, we need to take another look at what just happened there, because I was trying to show camera settings and he's only gone and scored a goal over Zen's head. Fakes the immediate shot, and Zen goes late. I mean, this is just ridiculous. We need to take another look at this from Zen's POV as well, because what Scribbles has just done here is he's faked the double tap, come back down, and then just dodged into the ball when Zen didn't even think Scribbles had a dodge to play with, and put it past him top ends. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. But yeah, Scribbles, he is definitely one of the players to watch. I think he's got a very high ceiling. I've followed him for a while with his progress through the ranks. He obviously got to play RLCS a year early before this season that just, well, is still yet finished, but the online season is finished. Scribbles' RLCS season is finished. Every team that didn't make Worlds, their season is over. Every team before that, in previous seasons, you needed to be 15 years old to play RLCS. Now that is not the case. You can play when you're 13. Scribbles was able to play at age of 14, making him one of the youngest players to ever play RLCS. Didn't make a LAN, but yeah, with how stacked NA is this season and how stacked RLCS is all over the world this season, that is nothing to be ashamed of. Still getting a top 4 in this day and age, taking down some top teams and top players along the way. Fantastic stuff. So I'm sure a lot of you guys will know about him and his teammates, Snowmen. But if you didn't, you should definitely keep an eye on them. These are names I expect to be seeing a lot more of in the future. And so far, him and Extra are doing really well in this ranked game. Zen and Matt have not really been able to stop them with their advances, and now they're going to try and test the defense of Extra and Scribbles as well. Extra is completely out of boost here. Scribbles just slowing down the game. This is the wonderful addition of this boost indicator. It lets you know when your teammate exactly has no boost. You know, if Extra had 20 or so boost there, then Scribbles would know, well, Extra's recovery is going to be okay once he hits the deck, but because he can see that he's absolute zero, and he knows, okay, I need to really slow this down, let Extra get back into the game. Then Scribbles on the back wall above Zen. Matt diving in with a nice challenge from behind to help him out, and that did, at least for a brief while, stop the offensive pressure. But now here comes Extra. Oh, big bump onto Zen off the backboard. Scribbles forces the own goal. How about that? 4-1. He actually manages to center the ball over Matt's head, and it does go in off his head for 4-1. Zen and pretty much the rest of EU do cheat very, very close in 2v2 for kickoffs. If you watch some high-rated 2s games on stream or in anybody's videos, if they are played in the EU server, everybody tends to cheat extremely close, making kickoffs very volatile. Notice how close Zen is. I mean, it's practically 250-50s there. Extra might have cheated a touch more slowly because they made contact at the exact same time, just inside the orange half. But yeah, it's extremely volatile. I think, I've always said this, well, maybe not always, but I've said this for the past at least more than a year, I'll say, at this point, that if there's one weakness I can see with the way the French players and the French teams play 2v2, it's the kickoffs. I think they're very predictable with their kickoffs, and it's definitely abusable. I've actually spoken to a lot of them about it, and yeah, I was in France in November last year for the Flip and Spin LAN. Got a chance to talk to a bunch of the French players and asked them what's up with your guys' kickoffs. They're kind of trash, and they said that having kickoff strats. Well, I don't want to name and shame anybody here, but a couple of the guys said having kickoff strats in twos is cringe. So that's a matter of opinion, I'm sure, that many share around the world. When you get scored by a kickoff. Oh, what a 50 by Zen. 2 50s in a row, one in the air, one on the ground. This game's not over. They're back within one. But yeah, that's the one weakness I think of EU 2s, which is largely dominated by French 2s, and maybe a little bit of a Saudi Arabia influence as well. Everybody loves to cheat super hyper close and never switches it up. But yeah, they're getting good practice in. Most pros don't really play to win ranked. They play to improve. Obviously, you do improve by winning, so there is a little bit of crossover there, but it's all about improving and trying to improve the midfield play, mainly, not 2v2 kickoff strats, so I can get where they're coming from. Now let's see how Scribbles can defend this 2v1 against Matt and Zen. Zen going to slow down the play here. Actually went off target though. He definitely fooled Scribbles with that slow play, and he's fooled him with that second slow play as well. Zen is just mind gaming every single attack, and the lead has completely gone. 4 goals apiece. What a thriller of a game this has been. Now Scribbles under pressure again. It looks like Zen and Matt are going to go for boost instead of pressuring. Now Scribbles a chance to go the other way, and he's trying to hit Zen's signature shot on himself. Doesn't get it to work out this time, and now Extra is going to do some defending against Zen as well. Matt's waiting on the far side to try and intercept. Well played by Extra, taking this one all the way into the blue half by himself, and he might fake this. In fact, well, I don't know if he tried to fake that or not. It nearly worked out anyway. The Extra boost starved, takes his time, good defense. We might be headed to overtime here to see who's going to come out on top between last year's hottest prospect and now this year. Well, one of the contenders, one of the hottest prospects. Oh, they nearly got it in 0 seconds. I mean, it was a chaotic, every player committing play. Zen actually does go to the right there. Nice kickoff strat by Man Zen. I mean, they might have heard me in this ranked replay because I've told them that they're predictable, and they've done something unpredictable there. Hasn't led to an immediate goal, but they have really got some pressure on Extra and Scribbles here. Great defense by Extra with 0 boost. Notice how he doesn't give the ball away. He's going for a 50-50 at worst there because he knows there's no way he can hard clear the ball. Might as well keep control. Once again, Extra boost start, but he can pass it out to Scribbles. Fantastic defense by Extra. Oh, Scribbles pounces on Zen's miss hit and puts it in. What a game. Extra and Scribbles. That's the 2021-22 world champion against Matt and Zen, the 22-23 world champion. But yeah, Extra and Scribbles synergizing really well in this game. Great defense by Extra at the end there. Good time wasting by Scribbles earlier in the game as well. And look at the link ups. 4 assists for Extra, 4 goals for Scribbles. But this isn't all. There's actually tons of Scribbles games. We're going to watch one more in this video, so let's get into that one. Alright, let's get into the second game. We've got Scribbles and Scrub Killer. So, I mean, we just got all the prodigies here. Last season's prodigy. I mean, now the original prodigy, Scrub Killer, teaming up with NA's number 1 14-year-old player. And Scrub Killer rolling back the years with a flip reset against Rise. Obviously, you all know who Rise is, Spring Major champion from 2022 and multi-time grand finalist in RLCS LANs. Let's see how they do. Matt and Rise are teamed up in a party for this game, so they should, you'd think, have superior synergy. That's good coverage there by Scribbles. At least a good idea to cover mid, identifying the main threat in the position, but he still got bumped out of the play, and Scrub Killer needed to do some defending. It's worth mentioning that Scrub Killer is still extremely high rated. You know, he's not seen deep runs in RLCS this season. End of last season he did with Hogan mode, of course, but this season not really a lot of deep runs by Scrub Killer. But he's still very high rated in twos. He's up there. Nice save there by Matt, perfectly reading Scribbles' shot. So Scrub Killer is a player you're likely to see in high rated lobbies very often. I mean, he still definitely has it, and a lot of players who don't have RLCS results currently but have in the past can still remain high rated in twos and get good results. Fairy Peak being one of them. He's always high rated in twos, it would seem, even years after making RLCS LAN appearances. But let's see how the original Prodigy can play this one out with NA's current Prodigy. And I'm not actually sure, I should mention, I'm not actually sure why Scribbles is playing a bunch of EU2s. Oh my goodness, an aerial team pinch by Rise and Matt there, nearly goes top bins. But yeah, there could be a few reasons. I am speculating here. He could just be playing it as an early time of day, that there isn't really a lot of games going on in North America. so he might be queuing Europe just for queue time. He might be queuing Europe just to get some practice against different players. Sometimes it can get boring running into the same players over and over again in ranked, and you just want something new. So maybe that's the reason. It could also just be because he's really, really high rated right now. Scribbles is 16th in the world for 2v2, and that actually makes him the second highest rated North American player right now, behind Evo. I think Chronic is the third NA player, make it rounded into the top 20 for 2's ranked. So yeah, it might be actually just really hard for him to get games because he is so much higher rated than most other players in the US East server. I'm not sure why that is. Talked about it on my stream recently. I don't know what the deal is with like the MMR not climbing as high in US East, but yeah, Scribbles is one of the players who has managed to get way up there, not having a hard time getting MMR on the EU server. Oh, that was a bit of a tricky one there by Scribbles. Obviously, you've got to remember he does have 90 pings, so that pre-jump, at least from his POV, seemed necessary if he was going to have any chance of saving that shot. But he flips slightly the wrong way, just didn't align his car properly before flipping, and they do lose that lead, which Scrubkilla gained for them by ball chasing on a corner challenge. Scrubkilla going to usher the ball to the right hand side. Scribbles plays it early and low underneath the ceiling challenge of Matt and looks to put some pressure on Rise. Actually can't catch him before Rise moves on the breakaway though, but Scrubkilla can. Scrubkilla's playing a great game here, keeping everything locked down at one end of the pitch and also bagging himself a couple of goals. He can just find Scribbles in space, then he's going to be able to create some chances as well, but it's actually the other squads who are going to pick up on a chance. Scribbles not really able to get involved in the play there, just following it around the pitch. Couldn't get a read on what was happening next, and then Scrubkilla's boost starved him. It sucks when that happens, but somebody's got to take the 100 boost and somebody's got to take the low boost position. Generally, if you do take the 100 boost in defense when you're solo queuing, it's your job to actually use the boost to go and challenge the ball. Don't rely on, well, especially if it's in the air. Oh, off the bar, Scribbles nearly able to tie the game there. Maybe the low boost player can challenge if it's on the ground, but if it's up in the air, the high boost players usually got to go. Just try and help their teammate out. If you're going to take the boost from him, at least give them an easy position to work with. Rise on the counter, flip reset. Nice read by Scribbles, able to read as Rise was aiming high with that one, based on the fact that he went pretty under the ball with the reset. Now redirect by Scribbles. Tempted. Starting to space out a little bit better. Earlier on, looked like Scrubkilla's just panic flip twice in a row there. Scrubkilla and Scribbles were getting in each other's way a little bit. They were covered in the same areas of the pitch, but now they're spreading out and they're much more easily able to read whose ball is what. Scrubkilla, oh, he went for a tight angle double tap there, missed it. Scribbles' follow-up was saved. A minute to go and they're definitely getting better opportunities. Scribbles realizes it's his ball to play for free. It's a fake mid for Scrub who clangs the bar. That was, potentially an accidental fake by Scribbles, potentially a brilliant fake by Scribbles. It doesn't really matter. Scrubkilla got a free shot regardless. High intensity game now briefly slows down as Scribbles bangs in a ground shot. Full volley. You've got to pick your moments in these games where everything's going at a million miles an hour. When you notice you've got a chance to take a touch, slow the game down, it is wise to do so. Scribbles wise beyond his years. If you, like me, are older than 29, or 29 or older I should say, you are twice the age of this young man, and probably less than half the mechanics. 24 seconds ago. Another very close game here. Scribbles thinking about going for a flip reset here instead. Tries to catch the ball. Bit of a conservative option there. Didn't want to use all of his boost to get the reset and then flip himself out of position. They've got the tie game. They don't need to be taking those risks anymore. Are we going to go into another overtime here? Rise doesn't fancy it. Scrubkilla, I think, going to keep him at bay for now. Scribbles, flip reset pass. Scrubkilla's shot. Oh, it goes in. I don't believe it. They've actually done it. Scrubkilla and Scribbles with a 0-second goal. They didn't have the best synergy for the whole game. There was a little patch in the middle of the game where they were struggling to read each other. They were getting in each other's way, but what a way to finish. Flip reset pass by Scribbles to Scrubkilla for a 0-second goal. I mean, he's hanging pretty well in the EU server right now. I'll go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. I don't know if this is my information there earlier on is completely updated. But yeah, Evo, I think that's the only NA player in the top 10, but Scribbles is 16, and yeah, we got Chronic at 19 now. So yeah, there's Scrubkilla, very high rated. Obviously Zen's way up there. I mean, he's playing against the very best players in the world when it comes to MMR at this point in the season right now, Scribbles. But yeah, maybe we'll be able to find out why is he queuing EU. Is it just to get games? Is it because he's bored of playing the same players over and over again? Maybe one of you in the comments can let us know if you know why that is. But you know, regardless, I'm really excited to see where Scribbles ends up in this off season with you know, all the tournaments he's participating in. Loved watching his team Snowmen play the past season of RLCS. I think, you know, if they just had a little bit more poise, a little bit more composure, experience, they would have, I reckon, been a real threat for LAN. But making main events consistently and getting one top 4, I think they could be proud of themselves for that first season. I'd love to see them stick together and keep going, because yeah, sky's the limit for this young team and this young player. They've got all the potential in the world. Yeah, and looking forward to seeing what they can get up to in the off season. That's all we got time for this video, guys. Do let me know in the comments if you have any idea why Scribbles is spamming EU ranked from US East. Not that you need to have a reason, it could just be to mix it up. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.